It's Mike O'Neill with Integrated Alliances here. I want to show you my studio just a little bit. So I am standing right now on a little peace sign that I got to stand on right here. See? This defines where I can stand in the studio. So when I'm on, I have to be right here, which is kind of helpful, you know. And I actually oriented the peace sign towards the camera. You know, I'm a little off. There we go. All right.
Okay, I can't keep.
That helps me a lot. Okay. I've got a light up here that's shining to my head. That's kind of lighting my hair up, which makes my head pop from the background. Okay. There's a softbox light, we call it here. And behind the softbox light is actually a whole bunch of bright bulbs, see? Those are those special CFL bulbs. They're not too hot, but you wouldn't want to touch it for very long. But, you know, you won't burn yourself touching it just for a moment. It's kind of cool. They're not the LEDs, which are even more cool. And that'll be coming. So I sit here, and what you see right now is you see this background with this stuff around me. But when I'm on camera, you won't see that because it's going to cut in right around in here somewhere typically, you know, maybe down to here. And the fact that there's so much space now, maybe 10 feet between me and the background, that means that it kind of blurs out. It's sort of an effect like you see on those 35mm kind of cameras, you know, those Canons and stuff that are doing video now. So I do have track lighting up here if I want to do lighting behind me, but I choose not to because that gets into the camera. You've got to be quite a bit closer to use that. Otherwise, it kind of sets off some weird stuff in the camera. I can do green, and those are just curtain rods up there, and this fabric is, I don't know, 50 to 100 bucks a pop. So this is where I'm at, and I'll have a special microphone on me and stuff, and I'll show you how that looks as we rotate and go the other way.
I'm trying to get a picture of that.
So now you're on the peace sign, and we're looking at the rest of the stuff here. I'm going to show you around a little bit. I'm going to show you first of all about the microphone. So this is just a basic wired microphone. It's called a lavalier or a lapel mic, and it just clips on with an alligator clip. You got to be a little careful because it can get scratchy, and even a little hair on it can really do funky things. So these kind of ones have an on-off switch. Okay, some of the other kind of microphones don't, but these little lavaliers usually have an on-off switch. There's wireless versions of these as well, but this works really, really well, and it comes with a nice long cord. This is about a $40 microphone. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty good ones. You can put two of these together into a mixer and then kind of go in and do stuff like that. So come on. So as we get back in here, I'll show you, turn the lights around a little bit. The microphone comes into a little plug back into the camera. And this camera is a Canon camera. It has a special loop around function so you can see, you know, see, aha, hey, where you are in camera. So I'm going to go get in camera. We'll just kind of hold on there and watch that for a moment, and I'll get in camera here and you can see how that happens. See? So I was not in camera and now I am. So here I'm speaking to you and it knows where I am as I move around. It'll autofocus if I move in and out. Okay. So there's that. And there's our microphone. Notice what I see here. Now the monitor, a big monitor is really nice to have because right now I have it pointed to me so I can see where I am in frame, but for the most part, as soon as we get done framing and dressing the set and all, I'm going to flip this over so it's going to show me what my script is. So I'll have the words that I'm going to say here, maybe 3 or 4 sentences or maybe some bullets or so, and I'll be looking at that and it's right near the camera itself. So it looks like I'm looking right at the camera when actually I could be reading a word or something, but they're right in sync with one another, above or right around, always within a little bit. If I don't use that, then I'll use either a erasable board or I'll use a bigger board up here to make sure that I cover all of those topics. So in the camera here, this is a high definition camera here. It's a Canon Vixia. I'll actually, when I'm shooting, when I get done, I'll turn it off and I pop out the memory card. This is a 32 gig memory card, kind of a special high-speed version of the card. So I don't go directly out of the camera into here. I actually pull it out and I put it now into the computer where I go mix it up. Let's go take a look. So we're now in the editing bay area. It's just the same part of the area. The camera's right there and all. But I've now got my file on the little card here, so I'll put it in and it'll come up, and I'll bring in video that'll kind of look like this when it comes up. So as I do, I can mix it and add audio to it, kind of lower some things. I can do a few things. I put in an intermediate slide and mix it all up. So this is the studio that I create LinkedIn profile videos as well as content videos in, and I produce them. I shoot them, produce them, get them up on LinkedIn, all in a matter of just a few hours as part of a package I do, a little LinkedIn consulting package. It's a coaching package for individuals, 3 sessions like this, or wherever you want to go. Maybe you want to go to a restaurant or bar, or meet for lunch, or come to the studio here, or just do it on the web. But this video is part of that program, and I'm excited to be able to do it myself so people can see, what my thought is on it, and also produce other people. I think it's really neat to be Clint Eastwood shooting movies of other people, knowing how to do it for myself.